I think like that Notting Hill surpassed Chelsea as like the grooviest part of London, with scenes in Blow Up, Elfie, and The Spy Who Came In From the Cold, a few other films. There was Cat Stevens' Portobello Road song, and there should be an image coming up. I was Lord Kitchener's valet, Mod Boutique. There's also a recent discovery of Nancy Sinatra in Paris Square, and what I want to talk about here, the London Free School, featuring Pink Floyd at All Saints Church Hall, the first Carnival procession that wasn't known as the Carnival. International Times kind of came out of it. There was Muhammad Ali on Tavistock Crescent, and also I think it can claim that the World Cup came down Ladbroke Grove after England won the World Cup. At 293 Portobello Road, sort of just a bit north of the Westway. I think it's true to say, you know, that yeah, Chelsea and Soho were known for mod swing in the 60s, but it was actually this boutique that fitted out Beatles, Beach Boys in the Peter Whitehead film, Eric Clapton and Jimi Hendrix with military guards jackets. And I think that's sort of bringing about the style shift from Soho mod to Portobello hippie. I mean, that was when the Portobello Pop Market officially opened, with Cat Stevens' Portobello Road song on the B-side of his debut single, I Love My Dog. I won't go through the lyrics. But it's a classic Cat Stevens song. And then on the cover of his first greatest hits album, well, Cat Stevens, now of course known as Yusuf Islam, he appeared on, he's pictured on Basing Street by the Tigers of Wrath, William Blake graffiti, that is near the Island recording studios of later Bob Marley and Band Aid fame. Then Nancy Sinatra appeared on Paris Square. I don't know if it was the cover picture, but at the time of These Boots Are Made for Walking, on her 1966 album Nancy in London. But onto London Free School. After the 1965 beat poets happening at the Albert Hall, they said the next key event in the history of British counterculture was the 1966 London Free School, which is a community action project inspired by American New York Free University, largely by John Hopkins. And also I think that the name came from the Victorian Jewish Free School in Spitalfields. And the group's been described as an anarchic temporary coalition of new left C&D and housing activists and like the upcoming new hippie generation. To varying degrees of involvement, the latter number John Hopkins, Michael X, Peter Jenner, who went on to manage Pink Floyd, Michael Horowitz, John Michelle, who's recently shuffled off, Julie Felix, Jeff Nuttall, Emily Young, Angelica Houston and Pink Floyd. And at the inaugural meeting, still in 1965, the group announced that they hope to run some local dances, carnivals, as she said, carnivals in the summer, playgroups for children, street theatre and so on. And I found somewhere that there was a London Free School meeting here at Houseman's, but I can't find where I got that from. I don't know if anybody. I've got various minutes of the meetings that a Japanese girl came up with. The Hoppy said that London Free School was like an idea. It lasted for a few months and many interesting things came out of it. Like he told me, but in his Days in the Life interview, he just called it a scam and an idea that really shouldn't be inflated with too much content because there really wasn't too much content. I read you the Jeff Nuttall quote in Bomb Culture, or ultimately the Free School did nothing but put out a local underground newsletter and organised the 2 Notting Hill Gate festivals. And then he goes on to say, which were admittedly models of exactly how the arts should operate: festive, friendly, audacious, a little mad, and all taking place on demolition sites, in the streets, and in a magnificently institutional church hall. 26 Powers Terrace as well. And that was the actual London Free School building, sort of just off Powers Square, really trendy street now. But was that was the main Rackman slum street, but by all accounts not much happened there apart from band practices in the psychedelic basement, and people say that the presence of Michael de Freitas, the notorious Rackman associate turned Black Power leader Michael X, is said to have scared off any local people. However, at the same time, the Free School received its first and I think and best publicity through Michael. Well, May 15th, 1966, Ronnie Laslett's playgroup at 34 Tavistock Crescent, it's not there anymore, was visited by Muhammad Ali on Tavistock Crescent. And after he retained the title, Michael paraded Ali's shorts, splattered with Henry Cooper's blood, around Notting Hill, and then he later swapped this sporting memorabilia for John Lennon's hair. But that's kind of this is I think it's all about the Michael X story as well. But we went into that at John Williams' talk, and Michael's appeared in The Bank Job, and but I think that Michael was really, by all accounts, he was really involved in this in the London Free School group. Sometimes he caused more aggro, but and he came to a sticky end and has got a pretty bad reputation. But I think that he did do some good things as well. And I think, well, certainly in Michael's version, that he founded the Free School Adventure Playground on the site. It's still the demolished site for the Westway on Acklam Road, just on Portobello Road, and so kind of like, as well as meeting Muhammad Ali, and also the local kids saw the England team with the World Cup on Ladbroke Road. I think that there's very sort of mythology about the roots of Notting Hill Carnival, and now it is kind of the 50th anniversary of the London Caribbean Carnival that was pretty near here in Euston, the indoors carnival, and was also in the early 60s also held at various venues, including the Lyceum, Porchester Halls. But the first time I actually went on the street, and that says the September 1966 will be a landmark in Notting Hill. For the first time this century, apart from bank holiday entertainment that survived until... And there was actually, we've got pictures of a traditional English, it was called the Notting Hill Carnival, the local hospital carnival, in the late 30s. But I think that's what the hippies were referring to. And Notting Hill is to have its own fair, or F-A-Y-R-E, as they seem to be calling it. And an opening pageant, it's like fair and pageant, with all the glamour and happiness of the Mardi Gras, week of evening entertainments at low prices, grand torchlight procession, and fireworks. I don't know if they did the firework display.